Texas Podcast Massacre contains spoilers and adult language. For more horror, visit us at our website at texaspodcastmassacre.com.
Forget serial killers, demons, and evil clowns, because a more terrifying, inescapable, unstoppable force is coming to get you. Rich white people.
This is Texas Podcast Massacre.
Welcome to another episode of Texas Podcast Massacre, coming to you from Houston, Texas. My name is Mitch, and as always, I am joined by my two buddies who are visiting my family with me this weekend. Nate.
I would have voted for Obama a third time if I could.
And Lisa.
That wasn't a quote. Sorry. My quote was, "How long this been going on? This thing."
This thing. And Lisa.
T.S. motherfucking A. Sometimes, we may even know more than you guys.
Yeah, we had the same training.
Well, again, welcome to another episode of Texas Podcast Massacre. We take a look at a different horror movie, review a horror-related topic, and review a movie with an unsuspecting victim, who is someone that we normally wouldn't call a horror movie fan. This week, we've had a bit of bad luck in the last few weeks.
Yeah.
We had someone lined up, but they fell into the sunken place.
Well, I was going to say, they said they were going to come back from the suburbs and meet us back in Houston, and then they never showed up. What's going on?
I don't know. Crazy. Not the first time this has happened recently, but no one seems to care.
If we see our inspecting victim dressed in like 80-year-old man clothes, I'm going to freak out.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So it's just going to be us three reviewing Get Out this week. Maybe, I think I told our inspecting victim to get out, and they
literally got out.
Left. Yes, what movie are we reviewing? Get Out. All right, shit, fine.
Uninvited.
Uninvited. That's another good one.
By good, you mean terrible.
Depends what you're looking for.
Uninvited also nominated for 4 Oscars. Oh, wait. No, it was not.
Oh, my God. All right, well, I know we have a lot to cover with this one. So let's get into the debate question of the week.
We will see how the Lord favors you.
No, you dare not, you blaspheme! He will punish you. The jaws of hell will devour you. All of you! No!
All right, so and effectively, what is Meet the Parents, but with a very
well. Guess who's coming to dinner? It is 50 years later. Guess who's coming to dinner? Literally 50 years after the first movie.
All right, so from your own personal experiences, is this the worst meeting of the girlfriend or boyfriend's parents / I don't know. Is this?
I have a good story about that.
Yeah.
So
let's a debate this week. More just let's talk about your worst. That's a better way to phrase it. This isn't a debate. What's your worst experience meeting when you've gone to meet the parents for the first time?
Sure. So I'm going to throw in a what would I do differently also in there. So in this movie, the premise is that the boyfriend, Chris, goes to his girlfriend Rose's parents' house in the suburbs for the first time from meeting them. First time you meet the parents should be in a neutral area, right? Can we all agree on that?
Yeah.
Hey, I've never met you before. I'm going to stay in your house for a bunch of days. Not great. I would say that. The first time I met my future wife's dad, I thought he was a hobo. So let me give some backstory to this.
No, just leave it there. I think that's gonna play great when Amanda listens to this episode.
She knows. So my girlfriend and I at the time lived about a block away from each other at college, and so I walked over to her place. And she was standing outside, and there was this dude next to her in overall things, like a huge beard that was down in the middle of his chest, and was just staying next to her. And I was like, oh man, who's this homeless guy who's staying next to my girlfriend? And then she's like, hey, this is my dad. And I was like, oh, what? So that was.
At least you didn't try and give him money or something.
I should have do you need like a pie?
Yeah.
You need to go get
I'll
you a
go
pie?
get you a sandwich.
Yeah, you need like a sandwich or something. So that was that. And then I also met her mom and her mom and brother also at the same time in her apartment.
Nice.
But again, my apartment was a block away. If everything totally exploded, easy exit plan. Yeah, right? Unlike in this movie. So I would say that that wasn't the best. That wasn't the best meeting.
Wow.
I didn't say you're a hobo out loud.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I had that going for me, but I think it was a little awkward for sure.
Oh, well. My first time meeting Lisa's parents, we did go to a neutral site, which, again,
smart.
very important. Went to an Italian restaurant here in Houston. Overall, actually, it was not, you're obviously always nervous about these things. It actually went very well. But
Says you, but okay.
well, fair. However,
Lisa, you're out of the will if you keep
my future father-in-law started wanting to discuss Twilight. Twilight had just come out.
Wow.
But wanted to
Where's
really
the eject button?
wanted to really get into
shoot out of the roof.
the details of werewolves versus vampires and how that would actually work. And I think there was some talk about why don't the vampires just have silver bullets? There was a lot. I mean, and one of the best things I love about my father-in-law
Lisa,
is he doesn't.
I can't do this.
He doesn't.
I'm out.
He doesn't. I didn't know he was he literally just straight face. What are your thoughts about vampires and werewolves? And
you're is this a test?
Yes, that is exactly my thought.
I like leprechauns instead.
And this is years before we would come up with this podcast, where this is I guess you've heard my show.
Did you ask? Is this a multiple choice question?
Right.
Can I have a Scantron for this?
In what way? Yeah. And one of the things I love about my father-in-law is he has his way of, when he's on a topic that he wants to discuss, if you try to change the subject with Lisa and
right
my mom
back.
tried to do,
right back.
5 minutes have passed and we're right back. I mean, he just cuts it through. He's not listening to any. I don't think he's listening to any of the other conversations in between.
Hey, honey. Oh, what about Mitch's new car? Yeah, it's shiny, just like their skin in Twilight. So about Twilight, was it like that?
Is that a fair representation of that, Lisa?
All I can say is you knew what you were getting into after that.
Look, I still signed up. So
which team did you pick? Team Edward or Team Jacob?
Oh God,
I don't remember.
I think I picked Team Asteroid or Apocalypse or something. I don't know.
Team Cthulhu.
Yeah,
just kill all of them.
Right,
Cabin in the Woods style.
Yeah, absolutely. Lisa, what about you? So. It can be my family.
People's feelings can get hurt a lot here. This is great. I love it.
No, meeting Mitch's family was fine.
How about another meeting of family?
I met Mitch's family in stages, though. I met his brother first, then his brother.
Yeah, I didn't bring her into the insanity all at once. That's another pro tip. Don't spring. Why do people spring oh, I forgot it's going to be a huge whole festival. I know she did. Yeah. We'll get into that, but I'm just saying. That was before I caught the twist. That was my. Why would you forget that?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think my first boyfriend's family was the most awkward.
Okay.
Because we literally went out for his birthday. They wanted to take him out and he wanted to invite his girlfriend. So it's me, him, his parents, his brother, and his grandmother. So I met a whole slew of people at once.
Nice.
And we're having a dinner conversation. We're just, talking over dinner, whatever. And his grandmother happens to mention that she's reading a great book series. She just started this great book series, and it's fantastic.
Is this also Twilight? Is this another Twilight reference?
And so...
Is it based off a Twilight series?
So I like to read. So I was like, oh, that's so cool. What are you reading? And of course she says Harry Potter.
Oh, okay. Of
course.
And for anyone who knows me for more than 5 minutes knows I'm a fan. And so obviously I geeked out.
I was going to say fans a loose, not quite accurate word.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's
obviously I geeked out with her and I was like, oh, that's so awesome. I'm reading them. They're great. And we're talking about the books and we're just going on and on.
And she was like, I'm reading it to know who to send to hell. She flipped it on me the other way.
And the whole rest of the family was just looking at us like we were nuts. Like
you were muggles.
And of course, when I left that night, when my parents came to pick me up, she was reading the books. I was like, I like this lady.
Wow.
Just start dating her then. Oh, because that's how it turned out.
What?
You didn't know. I'm saying you didn't end up dating the guy. But you stopped dating the guy, obviously, at some point.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Well, he didn't read Harry Potter, so.
Deal breaker. Well. That's a deal breaker, ladies.
Also,
why did you go Crocodile Dundee with that?
I don't know what that
You're
was.
making some questionable decisions early on in the show.
Yeah. It's all a test, Mitch. Don't worry about it.
No, I was just say also the most awkward shopping for a birthday present ever. Because as of the freshman in high school, what do you get for your first boyfriend? I think I ended up getting him cologne.
That's solid. That's solid.
It's solid, but you don't know what fragrance he wears. I think I got him like a little.
You get the one you want him. You want him to wear.
True.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, you better not anymore. I'm just saying back then.
It's like your options were like cologne or like Joe Boxer boxers.
Oh yeah, because his parents would love that.
Those are the two. Those are like the two things you could get a teenage boy.
Yeah,
baseball cards.
Yeah, and none of the funny print ones from Walmart. Like a certain mother bought me when it has a Buddha on the front and on the crotch it says "Rub for good luck," and I said, "Mom, I'm not you. I'll buy my own underwear from now on. I have a job now. I'll just take care of this." This is last week.
Yeah,
but the point being,
I do remember when that boyfriend met my dad for the first time because I've never seen. My dad's my dad. He doesn't scare me.
So Twilight wasn't out then. So which book series was it?
But I just remember him and he was a tall guy. I remember him just like shrinking. Like when my dad went to shake his hand, he was like, "Hello, sir." Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I would. Yeah. Your dad's a sweetheart. So I mean, I wouldn't have had that reaction.
Mitch pre-shrunk beforehand. Oh, see, that's what a savvy guy does.
What does that mean?
Nate's thinking about how he's going to mess up his future children's meet and greets.
I've already lost control. And we're 15 minutes in.
Nice to meet you, Mr. McIntyre. I'm like, have you pre-shrunk yet? this kid just dies.
The kid's not going to know what that means.
Where he stands, and then we'll see. See you
the
later.
two best ones that I know are the fried chicken.
The fried chicken.
So you invite the kid over for fried chicken, and you say what?
Yeah, you're aware of the fried chicken test, right?
No, I've never heard of this.
You want to do?
Yeah, but what is this?
You invite them over for dinner.
Yeah,
there's chicken.
It only works with the boyfriend.
There's chicken. Yeah, it is. Well, I mean, could work for your lesbian daughter's girlfriend. Anyway,
or my son's girlfriend.
Doesn't work as well, and you understand why.
Yeah. Oh, okay, gotcha.
So
all right.
You lay out some chicken, and you ask the boyfriend to pick the first piece. The only correct answer is the wing. Because if you pick the breast, the thigh, or the leg,
not good.
Poor choice.
Not good.
Why are you interested in those pieces, huh?
Wow.
So there's that. What's
yeah,
the other one?
I'm not using that. I'm never using that.
The other one I was going to say is I remember.
They just eat fried chicken on the reg.
I don't at all, actually. So.
You're missing out. Go ahead, Lisa.
I remember seeing Deion Sanders' show once.
Oh my God!
this is already high. All right,
my expectations could not be lower with 3 words.
I'm opposite. Couldn't be higher.
No.
Go ahead.
Well, because he played some baseball after he retired.
Yeah, vaguely.
And so there's just the episode where the
does.
boyfriend comes and he's just got this bat in his hand. He's like, "Hey, how's it going?" Just like hitting the bat against his other hand. So
yeah, then the boyfriend goes, "Yeah, you hit for shit, but you were really fast on the base paths." Boom! No. Stick to football. If the kid would have said "stick to football," that would have been amazing.
It would have been.
God. Someone date Deion Sanders'
All right.
daughter and try that.
If you have some horrifying first meetings with parents experiences you'd like to share with us, please share them with us at our website, TexasPodcastMassacre.com, or at TXPodMassacre.
DM Mitch at TXPodMassacre.
Yeah. Or send us messages on Facebook. We are there as well. Are y'all ready to get into this movie review?
get out.
All right. See y'all. All right. Have a good week, everyone. All right. This movie, or the movie of the week this week, is Get Out.
So you guys coming up from the city?
Yeah, we're just heading up for the weekend.
Can I see your license, please?
He wasn't driving.
I didn't ask who was driving. I asked to see his ID.
Call me Dean and you hug me, my man.
So how long has this been going on, this thing?
We hired Georgina and Walter to help care for my parents. When they died, I couldn't bear to let them go.
Do you smoke in front of my daughter?
I'm gonna quit.
She'd take care of that for you.
How?
Hypnosis.
I'm good, actually.
You ready for this?
How bad can it be?
So look, I go do my research. Apparently, a whole bunch of brothers been missing in this suburb. But it's cool. Bro, how you not scared of this, man?
Good to see another brother around here.
Chris was just telling me how he felt much more comfortable with my being here. Get out.
Sorry, man.
Get out! Yo!
Rose, we gotta go.
Is everything okay?
Rose, the keys.
Get Out, the first, I don't know if it's first feature length, but it's certainly first horror film for Jordan Peele, Key and Peele fame. Lisa, how would you describe this movie to someone asking you to explain it to him?
Unsuspecting boyfriend goes home to meet his girlfriend's parents for the first time, realizes there's something very fishy going on, and attempts to get out.
So it's a white fish kind of fishy.
Doesn't do a good job.
Is a white fish kind of fishy?
Yeah, pretty much.
Sure.
Huh. Nate, what can you tell us about this one?
Sure. So this movie came out last year in 2017. One of the reasons we're doing this movie right now is because it is up for 4 Oscars. Best Director for Jordan Peele. This was his first movie, and he got a Best Director nomination for only one of a few people that ever have done that in their first movie they've ever directed. It's got a nomination for Best Picture, Best Original Screenplay, and Best Actor. So the movie's 104 minutes, 7.7 on IMDb. I think it's the second highest movie we've ever done, I think, behind Wait Until Dark, I think, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
It's a 99% on Rotten, so that one person didn't want it to be unanimous, apparently.
At one point, it was a 99, right?
It was 100 for like a long time, and then it's 99. But I mean, whatever. Rotten Tomatoes. Tagline: just because you're invited doesn't mean you're welcome. Great tagline. Very good. All right, so I had a question for you guys. How old is Jordan Peele?
37.
37 for Mitch.
35.
He is 38. Oh. Close.
Why does this matter?
He's super young.
Yeah.
Already nominated for an Oscar. He's been an actor for quite some time. He's got a lot of projects going on.
So is he the youngest nominated?
For Best Director?
Yeah.
Oh, no. The dude from, like, La La Land is, like 5 years old or something. He looks like he's 5. But he's super young. So, so he's been an actor in Key and Peele, Keanu. One of my personal favorites, Children's Hospital, and Mad TV. And he's in a 2019 horror movie, Abruptio, which sounds interesting. And he's producing Twilight Zone miniseries, Lovecraft Country
Okay.
TV show. It's called Lovecraft Country, so you know Mitch is in for sure. And then he's directing, it sounds like he's directing a movie called Black Klansman, which is the true story of a Colorado black man who infiltrated the KKK and became like the local leader of the KKK group.
So was that Chappelle sketch?
Oh, the black white supremacist?
Yeah.
Yeah, except this is the real, maybe the black white supremacist is based on this guy, now they're doing the movie based on it. So I thought that was crazy. The main actor who has a nomination for Best Actor in the Oscars this year is Daniel Kaluuya, and he's a British guy. He was in Sicario. He's in Black Panther, just came out. Kick-Ass 2. He was in that Black Mirror episode where he threatened to kill himself for the credits. That one's always good. And he was in the instant horror classic Johnny English Reborn. So that's always good. The main actress was Allison Williams, who's really only been in the TV show Girls and Peter Pan Live.
Yeah, she was Peter Pan.
She's never heard of it. So I mean, I've heard of Peter Pan, obviously, but not the live version.
She did a good job because she had to act with Christopher Walken as Hook.
Oh, Christopher Walken was drunk. So, I mean, clearly he was not with it.
It was
Christopher.
I can't find my Hook.
It was Christopher Walken playing Christopher Walken as Hook.
Okay,
if that makes sense.
That's awesome. One of the other actors is Lakeith Stanfield, who was Andre, of the one who said Get Out in the movie. He was in Selma, Mitch's favorite, the Death Note remake.
How is this my favorite?
Which is terrible. Straight Outta Compton. And he was in Purge Anarchy. So that was one of the ways that. And then lastly, we have a cameo of Monkey Shine's own Stephen Root as the blind man. So,
oh yeah,
there you go. Jordan Peele said this movie was inspired by partially inspired by Eddie Murphy's Delirious act, in which he says, "Why do white people always go in the house? I'd be getting out of there." Like if there was a ghost, like the first night after they bought a house, he'd be like, "Well, we can't live here anymore. Peace," and then get out. So that was awesome. Because I'm contractually obligated to mention Chicago every 3 episodes, one of the cool things that came out of this movie was Chance the Rapper, Chicago's best rapper. When this movie came out, he bought tickets to basically almost all the theaters that were showing it in Chicago and gave them all the tickets away for free.
Oh, that's cool.
He said, bring an ID and have a good time.
Nice.
So, awesome. This movie is filmed in 23 days. The budget was $4.5 million. I'm assuming the TSA kicked in at least $1 million for the promotional materials from this movie. And the worldwide box office out of that $4.5 million budget is $255 million. So,
wow,
making its money back over 50 times the budget, which is pretty spectacular.
So, what is it nominated for?
So, picture, director, actor, and original screenplay.
So, before we get into the review, do we think? What do you think realistically? Is this movie likely
its
to get?
Best chances for original screenplay?
Yeah,
for sure.
So.
Yeah, because
best director being second.
I have a feeling. I mean, for best picture, I mean, I feel like it'll lose out to we mentioned it, I think, recently.
Transformers last night.
Yes.
Okay.
No, the I can't remember. I'm just gonna stop talking.
Hold on, no, explain it. What the movie's about?
It's about it's a coming of age tale about some girl and
Ladybird.
Oh, Ladybird. Ladybird great.
I feel like Ladybird's probably gonna.
I thought the 3 billboards in some Missouri town was gonna win.
It's gonna be a movie no one's seen.
I've seen all of the Best Picture nominees except Phantom Thread. So
you
far.
are a little
cinephile.
Yeah. You're the Michael Bolton of
the podcast.
Yeah.
Thank you. Is that a compliment? Which Michael Bolton? The Office Space one or the singer?
The singer.
Okay. Okay, good. All right. Well, then it's a compliment. I'll take that. So it's obviously nominated for 4 things. So this movie is extremely well regarded. Jordan Peele said that people were shocked that he would do a horror movie because he's been in Key and Peele, Keanu, Mad TV, all these comedy things. And he said that his favorite genre of movie is horror movies.
Yeah.
But didn't they book this as like a horror comedy when it came out?
No, the trailer.
Oh, you're saying in the Golden Globes they classified it in the musical or comedy category?
Yeah,
because they suck. Because people don't know how to do anything with horror movies in any of these different categories. There's no horror category, right? So they're just like, I don't know, we don't know what the fuck to do. But he said that Night of the Living Dead was a huge inspiration because it was the first kind of black protagonist in horror. Yep. So he really liked that. Yep. This movie spawned an actual college course called The Sunken Place, Racism, Survival, and Black Horror Aesthetic. And Jordan Peele actually went to one of the last classes of the semester when they were teaching it and sat in the back. And then one of the questions was, what do you think the director was trying to say? And then he raised his hand, and then Peele turned around and was like, what the fuck? Jordan Peele's in this class? And then he did a lecture for the class, which is pretty kick-ass. Yeah. So this guy's just overall badass and really cool dude.
I know he's done a Reddit where he's answered fan theories about it, which has been pretty good.
He's like, no, but that's awesome.
Yeah, he's like, I wish I'd come up with that.
Yeah, that's really cool. The movie was filmed in Fairhope, Alabama, but it's supposed to have taken place in upstate New York, right? That's the plan. And then because of how well the movie did, Jordan Peele said there's a possible sequel in the works if he can come up with a good way to present it. So we could be getting a Get Out.
Get in.
Get out. Get more out. Get more out.
Get outer.
Get outer.
No, don't do it. Just
Get Outer
We don't need a
Burrow.
sequel. Just leave it. It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say probably a sequel isn't necessary.
I'd rather him
but-
do a new project.
Sure. He's got plenty of those. He's producing
But the
literally
money.
everything. Yeah.
The money.
Not everything has to be a cash grab. Despite popular belief, not everything needs to be a cash grab.
Yeah.
All right. So for this, I mean, let's just start off. I mean, your overall impressions, Lisa. What did you think of this movie?
It's really good. I really like it. This is my second time to see it. This is one of the only ones I think that the first time I saw it, it was not with you.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it with my mom and my sister. I was surprised they wanted to see it, but we all really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good.
Let me ask: did you find this to be scary? I mean, do you view this as truly as a horror film?
No, it's almost more of a psychological thriller.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I don't consider it horror in the traditional sense of the word. Like, it's not a slasher or anything.
I put it on the level like Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah,
it's kind of that size. I mean, I think it's still classified as horror.
I count it as horror. Yeah, for sure.
But it's certainly it's not nothing's really jumping out at you outside of a dude running full speed at you with the camera.
Yeah, that was a good.
Suck
good
it, Jesse.
I mean, Nate, what were your thoughts?
So that's called the Get Out Challenge. The Get Out Challenge is to run at someone as fast as you can and then turn at the last second. You go on the internet, a lot of people crash through each other. It's pretty hilarious. So, no, I think this movie is one of the best horror movies in the last couple of years, easily. I thought it was fantastic. This is one of the movies. So I've seen this 3 times or 4 times, and every time I see it, I see something different. Like, it's so layered. There's so many callbacks and little tiny references that are put in there, little Easter eggs.
Yeah.
This movie has a lot of that. So each time I watch it, I kind of see something new, which is pretty rare for a horror movie, to be honest.
No.
So I really like it. Like the good themes, good acting, couple twists. Yeah, it's good stuff.
See, it's funny you say that because I feel a little bit differently. Once you kind of know the twist, when I watch it the second time through, you catch all the other stuff like, why
all these things happen?
And then you're just like, oh man, I'm an idiot. Like, I mean, it's so blatant. Much more than I thought than it was when I first saw it.
It's only
obviously.
blatant when you know it, though. In the beginning, it's like perfect.
Right. But I feel like Easter eggs, to me, this. I think once you've learned, it's like Sixth Sense. Once you've watched it, you watch it the next time to catch everything, and then after that, it's, it may take some time for it to rewatchable again. I don't know that I could watch it a 3rd or 4th time. You're a different animal, though, Nate. Yeah.
I mean, part of it.
I'm a beast.
Yeah.
Part of it is hearing everyone's reaction to the ending, because I remember watching in theaters and just you think you know what's coming, and then you don't, and then it's something totally different. So
yeah. So. Because we got a lot to cover in a short time to do it. So I want to try to hit the major points. So, we know we have the Armitage family, which is
Rose. Who's dating Chris.
Yep.
In New York City.
Chris Washington. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Chris Washington. Her dad is multiple Texas Podcast Massacre actor. From such films as Cabin in the Woods and Billy Madison.
Yeah.
Bradley Whitford.
Billy Madison.
Yeah, Bradley Whitford. So he's the dad. We got Catherine Keener as the mom. And then some real creepy dude as the brother. I don't even remember his name, but real creepy.
Yeah. And then, of course, they have caretakers there. I know Georgina. Yeah,
and Walter.
And Walter. Yeah. I mean, let's talk about this whole family dynamic. We talked about meeting your, in-laws and parents for the first time. I think Chris is the most polite person in the entire world. All of this crazy shit's happening.
It's because he's used as a black person. He's used to this is how weird white people are gonna react to me. Oh. So they're gonna say "my man" a lot.
My man.
I
would have voted for Obama a 3rd time.
I know Tiger Woods. I like Tiger Woods. No.
Hitler and his Aryan bullshit perfect race.
Yeah.
Which is,
Yeah, it was just...
Black is back, baby.
Yeah, black is in fashion. That was a quote from this movie.
So of these characters, Well, of the family, let's just talk the Armitage family. Of the Armitage family, was there a character that you were more intrigued by, or there were scenes that kind of stuck out for you with them?
I mean, the mom with the hypnotism.
Mm-hmm.
That is something that actually scares me. Like, I know hypnotism is bullshit, but like, if it could work, damn.
No, it's really creepy.
It's like basically a superpower almost.
And I remember like the day after we saw it, my mom made some coffee or something in the morning, and she was just like stirring her spoon. I was like, "Mother,
stop it!
Stop
putting spoons in like cups."
Sink.
Yeah, exactly.
No, put this in the sink.
No, when she hypnotizes Chris in the beginning, under the guise of not smoking, and then all of a sudden is like asking him all this shit. He's like, "I can't move."
No.
Oh man, that was creepy.
Well, and the visuals of the sunken place of the whole hypnotism scene where he's in that void is it's awesome. It's one of the best, well done pieces of this film, and a film that has a lot of great scenes, great cinematography.
Well, it's just terrifying because you are there, and you're cognizant of what's happening, and you have no agency to change it. You're just looking.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Now, how does this strike you now that we're in a Black Mirror world too? Because
Black Mirror ripped this off. Black Mirror ripped this off.
Did it?
Yeah, this last season.
They've had it, but Black Mirror's had because White Christmas is a very similar concept in terms of in that one it's more extracting your your personality and putting it into a machine that does all the work, but it's about breaking that down to do that. But that was before Get Out.
Yeah, but this is different, and Black Mirror.
I'm not saying it's a different. It is a different perspective and a different twist on it, but it's this concept of your having you be a passenger. In your own body. It's not a it's not a new thing.
Well, the sunken place is a metaphor for oppression, so it's a little different. So it's like no matter what you do, like because of the system that's in place, you can't change anything. That's what Jordan Peele said it was about.
That's what he said it was.
Yeah. So it's a little different in that instance because it's like you scream, you can't move, like you're just locked in, like you have no control over what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's what it's supposed to mean.
No.
That's what he said. So you didn't get that, Mitch, you didn't get all the layers of the.
Of course,
philosophy?
I don't get them all because it's not my experience.
I read it. That's why I'm saying that.
and I think that's part of. I find that's part of some of the irony I see in this movie, right? I've read a lot of reviews about it because everyone, when I watched it the first time, I enjoyed it. I don't know that I would have said 100% Rotten Tomatoes enjoyed it. I just enjoyed it. I thought it was a very good movie.
Yeah.
So I read reviews, and some of the articles I've read, they strike me as being almost I could see it out of the mouth of Armitage and his family, and that so there's a little bit of irony I found in that as well.
Well, that's those people's fault running the articles.
No.
I can't blame the movie for that.
No, I'm not blaming the movie by any stretch. I'm just saying that I think it's interesting, right? Mm-hmm. That you have this movie that is very you have, I guess you'd call them kind of the upper echelon white liberals, the elite white liberal type that are in essence doing as much harm by saying some of these things still, and that sort
of
like,
call them West Wing elites?
Oh my God.
Oh.
So Lisa, what about you? Were there any scenes that kind of struck you with any of the characters, or of this family? Who stood out to you most?
I mean, the hypnotism scenes for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think the other thing is the dinner conversation with the brother.
Oh, that.
Oh my gosh.
More awkward than all the stories we said.
Super awkward.
Yeah. It's like with your genetic makeup, you trained.
You push yourself.
You weren't pussyfoot. You were push yourself. You'd be a beast. It's like, yikes! Why don't you train harder, bro? Yeah, get off me.
Yeah, he's unhinged.
When he was drunk and he had like one of the worst mustaches I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
It was gross.
It's like when people do the no shave November, and you're like, please don't do that.
He did like a no dignity all year. Like that's his move.
So speaking of awkward conversations, what about this party that happens.
It's basically like an old school slave auction in like the South in the 40s.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, almost exactly like pinching his arm, like, ooh, you're strong. Is it really true it's better having sex with black dudes? Like, what is happening? Show me your golf swing. Like,
you would think at this point, though, with as much money as they pay, that they could start telling the Armitage, like this is the kind of person I want. Go find them. Instead of just bringing a rando and seeing.
Well, I don't think it was random. I think she found an artistic dude.
Well, then why even have the auction? Just sell it to the blind guy.
Well, maybe he's like, oh.
Because, I mean, there's people who want golfers, basketball players, like.
Sure. Yeah, last year I wasn't in a wheelchair. Now I am, so I'm going to drive the price up.
if you're looking to be an organ recipient, I don't think you really have a whole lot of choice.
I could be dead, so I'm going with whatever.
Yeah, but if Nate's saying that she picked him specifically because of his photography and, like, his eye and everything, and the best fit was for that guy, then.
Sure.
Lisa would like to make this a custom tailor-made service.
Yeah.
For only $1,000 more.
Because the other guy was a musician.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Keith Stanfield guy, the previous guy. So in the very beginning of the movie, and I wrote, this is like one of the best local jokes I've ever written. Well, not written, but thought of. He goes, man, he's walking around his neighborhood. He's like, this is a fucking hedge maze out here. And I go, so what, he's in the Woodlands north of Houston? Because nailed it. No, it's all trees. You can't see anything there. That's a true statement. Oh, terrible. Local joke. And then he gets abducted, though, right? He gets abducted, and that starts the movie. And then next is Chris, and then apparently, how many people have been abducted using this process? Do we know?
There's at least, we don't know.
It's not going to open up for the Get Out too.
1, 2, he meets 3 of them at least, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it sounds like there's been more.
Oh yeah, because when he starts going through her photographs, there's
exactly,
way more.
Right? Yeah. Okay.
But I would imagine when some of them get the bodies, they don't bother to come to the auction party because they don't need another person.
I'm gonna go like this. This guy was a professional kite surfer, so now I'm just gonna go kite surfing all the time. Or top NBA or top NCAA prospects, like she searches for at the end.
I know.
And then you just go play college ball, and you're like a 70-year-old dude.
Can you imagine?
Oh, that would be ridiculous.
Oh my god!
Wow, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. And now my question to you is why? I mean, there is a question that comes up when he goes through the orientation video. I guess is the best way to talk. And he's talking to the guy who's going to take over his body, and he kind of says, I don't really, his question, why black people? I don't care. Some people think, want this and that and other. I just,
or your eyeballs.
I just want your eyeballs. Yeah. So that begs the question, why aren't they bringing other people, other ethnicities?
Good. So the plot, we haven't really gone over the plot is, but this Armitage family, Rose has basically been getting in relationships with all these black people. And then they use their bodies and transplant other people's brains into them using something called the coagula process.
Right.
And then
I love the little stock footage font /
It kind of reminded me of the setup video from Battle Royale.
Yeah.
You're just like,
and then
hey guys, you're gonna kill each other. Yeah. It's like a crappy orientation, like a safety orientation video, except your brain is gonna get like mostly scooped out, but you'll still be there, kinda. And then someone else will be in your brain. It's like the best of both worlds. Like, really? Is it? Doesn't seem like it. Yeah. I don't know, but I mean, as to how they're choosing people, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but it's fine.
Well, I mean, I guess she has to get their trust and build a relationship and bring them out.
Yeah.
So.
It's like Jay-Z won't return my calls. So I gotta, what am I doing here?
Yeah. Well, Jay-Z doesn't return any of our calls.
Yeah.
The Jigga Man's got too many other things to worry about.
What person would you abduct? This is a terrible question. But.
Oh my God.
Yes, 3 white people discussing who would abduct.
I'm assuming Mitch's gonna say DMX.
No, I don't want all the child support payment to deal with. And all that. No. If I wanted to take over someone's body,
I was kidding. I was totally. You do not have to answer this question.
Thank God.
That was a joke.
I was really uncomfortable.
That was just a setup for a DMX joke.
Well, then well done.
Thank you.
All right, so I guess the last thing I want to talk about with this movie review is, the ending,
sure,
and specifically kind of the alternate endings, and your thoughts on what would have been better. So I'll kind of do the lead up for this. So the ending, once he kind of breaks out, he goes and kind of murders.
He breaks out by picking cotton.
Yes, he breaks out by picking cotton and stuffing it in his ears.
Awesome.
Are we sure it was cotton?
Yeah, because
it was cotton in that chair.
Cotton in the chair.
Yeah, it didn't have to be cotton.
It was
could have been a
cotton.
synthetic fabric.
It was cotton.
It was a micro cotton.
It was an old chair.
Did Peele answer that in his AMA?
Yes, it was cotton. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, Nate has watched every Jordan Peele interview since then. No, okay, so he pretty much murders the family, except for the daughter and.
Which, why are you gonna? I mean, just finish the job.
She's upstairs eating Fruit Loops one at a time, like a serial
Not
murder.
even one at a time. She's biting them in half.
Yeah, and then drinking a white milk separately. Wow, metaphors all over the place.
We'll talk about this thing, but I don't feel like that's something she didn't do. Certainly, you would have noticed her eating cereal separately ahead of this, and that's like psychotic behavior.
Yeah, that is just if I saw someone doing that, I'm like, get out of wherever I am.
Weird.
This is a public place, and you have to leave.
And she's a psychopath. She adapts to whatever guy she's with.
Yeah. She's American Psycho 2.
Yeah,
Electric Boogaloo.
American Psycho 3. Mila Kunis Jr. or something.
Oh yeah, that's right. She's a number 2.
Yeah.
So but anyway, so he escapes. He's he realized or it learns that Georgina and Walter are the grandparents, so they are the Armitage.
Which, if you remember from the trailer, says, we had Georgina and Walter here, and when my parents died, we couldn't bear to let them go. He was talking about the parents and not the workers.
Yeah.
My God, so good.
Yep. Oh. Yeah, the whole Jesse, the whole Owens and
the Olympics.
Yep, the Olympics.
Yeah, I don't care about the white guy who lost to Jesse Owens.
Right.
Who gives a shit?
Right.
Jesse Owens. Come on.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we get to this. We get to the ending. He's sort of he's starting to choke out Rose to end this, and a police car comes up. So now here's where the endings differ.
Yeah.
The theatrical ending, which is what is called the happy ending, it's Rod.
Yeah, we're gonna have a whole Rod segment in a second.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Rod,
the best character in the movie,
comes out and
by far,
and basically gets him out of there, saves him, has a few quips, which they break the tension, although they're a little out of place considering what all he just stumbled upon.
I'm TS motherfucking A. We handle shit. That's what we do.
Yeah, even though he strolled up on his friend covered in blood with dead bodies all around, just cracking jokes.
Yep, consistent.
I told you not to go.
The first thing he tells him. Hold on. The first thing he says is, I told you not to go in that house. First thing. This guy's awesome.
Then there's the alternate ending, which I think is the original planned ending.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
Which is it's actually police officers who show up. They arrest him.
Yeah, for killing everyone.
Although I guess Rose is not necessarily dead, so maybe that's the potential sequel.
Yeah.
They arrest him, and he's in jail, and Rod's trying to get him to remember some of the names of the other people who are at the event. He can't. He says, look, I've already taken care of the people who could do this. It's done.
Man, take one for the team.
And then he basically gets escorted back to his cell.
Wow.
So I guess
that's so bleak.
So I guess my question is, and I guess that's my question. Which ending do you sort of prefer, or do you think would the other ending have made it better or worse? I mean, either. What do you think?
Lisa's shaking her head.
Well, no, I think the theatrical ending was the right way to go. Because that was one of the biggest reactions in the theater, because everyone is expecting it to be cops and oh shit, all right, he's going to get arrested and
real life movies. Basically, it's always that.
So the second that his best friends, I mean, that was when the whole theater went, yeah. So I mean, I'm glad that he stuck with that as the theatrical ending.
Yeah,
I think the other way would have been too real, and too just like, okay, well, we all saw that coming.
It was flipped. Everyone thought it was like, oh, this guy's fucked. That sucks.
Well, and again, I mean, this is right after there were a number of police cases that had just come up in the news.
Yep.
So I think that's what spurred the change. At the same time, though, I mean, do you think he might have undercut his message by not having it in there? Because it just sort of ends, right?
Yeah.
No,
and again, I guess my real problem with the ending in the theater version, not that I necessarily need every ending to be bleak. I guess I do tend to like films that have a darker ending. But I think it's just Rod's like, let's just make some jokes and try to lighten the audience up before y'all go home kind of deal, right? Like it's out of place. He is still like, I mean, a guy who's come in and there's dead people around, his friends covered in blood. And he's very much like, well, I told you so.
He knew it.
He knew it.
He knew it, but I mean, I'm
saving your life. I can say whatever.
My personal opinion, I feel like it was, I don't know, a little out of touch with what's.
I think maybe what it was supposed, or what it's kind of is that, so Chris is dealing with all this stuff, like, the white people are all saying the Tiger Woods crap, the Obama stuff, whatever, right? And his reaction to it is just like, cool. He says cool like numerous times, like, all right, what, he
just kind of walks off a whole bunch.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, all right, cool. Yeah, all right, cool, all right. Rod's reaction to all of this is just like to joke about, like, those people are gonna kill you. You know what I mean? Like when all the awkward stuff's gonna happen. No. His reaction to like process all of that, that's what's happening. That's not super great. It's just to make jokes. And so I think that when he sees all the dead bodies, he's like, I don't know how to process this, so I'm gonna go to the joke well. I think that was what that was supposed to be.
Yeah, it didn't play that well. If that, I mean, you're probably
he was hilarious
right.
though.
Yeah, oh no, now throughout the whole movie, Rod's the MVP.
Yeah,
his trying to explain to the local the detectives his theory of what is happening.
Slaves, possibly sex slaves.
Yeah. Sex slaves and shit. Oh, sorry about the shit. Yeah, I mean, just Rod is the MVP of this movie for sure.
Yeah.
Him like trying to record the conversation.
Oh yeah.
You lying? I know you lying.
No, you lying. Oh,
this girl talked too much. She's gonna say something.
Yeah. Anything else y'all want to say about this movie before we get into?
I mean, can we talk about Rod for just a few more seconds?
Go ahead.
He's fantastic.
Rod is so in this movie he ad-libbed most of his jokes.
Did he really?
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow.
Which is freaking amazing because there's some gems. Anyone have a particular Rod gem that you guys liked?
I mean, I kind of said it. I think the sex slaves and shit.
The sex slaves and shit. That was good. What about you, Lisa? Any particular Rodisms?
I can't think of one off the top of my head.
I like the Jeffrey Dahmer story that he tells.
Oh, God, with the head.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
He's like, I put the penis in the mouth, and then, well, it's in the mouth, but then you don't have a head on. It's not good. But they all thought he was normal, white guy. It's like, get out of there. Like, he says, get out of there, like, numerous times. I told you so. Like, just a bunch of just hilariousness. I mean, he was just great the whole time. And I love that for once, like a public servant dude is kind of the hero. Like, there's never like a post office guy who's saving the day or like a, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I work for the IRS and like I save. No, that's never been a thing. So I appreciated a nice.
Well, I mean, the TSA sometimes they know more than
than the detectives.
Yeah,
same training.
Yeah,
same training.
Same training. God. All right. Well, that leads me to ask you both, what would you have done differently?
Son of a bitch, you left the bodies and you only moved the headstones! You only moved the headstones! Why?
Lisa, what do you do differently?
I have an escape route planned.
They're going to say, don't date white chicks.
Well.
God, my money was on that, so I lost. Okay. Yep.
Yeah, but know where your keys are.
Yeah.
Like, he was so disorganized.
Well,
Like
he was in
his
a different
keys.
situation. He was partially freaked out by being hypnotized and all, and he was limited by the hypnotism.
But as soon as that shit happens,
yeah,
figure out how you're going to get the hell out of there if you have to.
well, he's trying to be nice, you know. Yeah.
Well, he should have not been so nice.
Yeah, hit the eject button earlier on relationships is what you're saying.
Not necessarily on relationships, but the situation.
Sure.
It's like the joke. You said, who was it? Whose joke was it? That they based the...
Oh, Eddie Murphy. Yeah, sure.
As soon as weird shit goes down, I'm out.
Yeah.
So, okay, at what point are you out? Because I have the escape plan, but when
it's
you
probably the
execute?
first hypnotism.
So after you get hypnotized,
Yeah.
you're like, I'm out.
Yeah, I'm done.
People are hypnotizing
done.
me without my consent. This is gross.
Yeah.
I think you just get the keys and be like, I'm gonna go down to the store for a second, and then you just don't.
And they're like
back.
clink, clink, clink. You know, you're unconscious again.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the most frustrating scenes. I mean, I like to think he had a chance to get out when they were talking on the bench, you know, and then she convinces him to stay.
What's he gonna do?
whatever.
Swim? Well, that's what I'm saying. He stayed because of the relationship. He
Right.
dealt with a lot
Yeah.
of shit. I
Hey,
say
it certainly made sense.
eject
Yeah.
from.
Yeah.
She's like, she wants you to stay. I'm out. Like, it's
fine. You
I'm gonna
really
start swimming.
love me.
I'm gonna
I'll
start swimming
see you
across
at
that
home.
lake or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I think if it's me, I sort of agree. Although I think there are clear signs. Certainly, again, I believe that she has always eaten her cereal separate from her milk, and that's again.
If you've seen that before, is what you're saying.
Drop that. I can't imagine that's something that she's hidden. That seems like it's a very. Like, I don't know that I would, I don't know. I'm not a psychopath. So I don't know that I would think to.
That's her post-brain
mock
transplant celebration meal, maybe.
With the song she's listening to. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so that would be what I would have done different.
Okay. My eject point would have been after the Andre guy has the seizure,
right,
and tells him to get out. If someone is yelling at you during a seizure moment, it's pretty important. So I would listen to them. Listen to people having seizures. That's my first one.
Well, he knew he wasn't having a seizure.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But if he's yelling that, like,
he wasn't having a seizure, Nate.
Well, no.
So what is it? Listen to someone when they're having a seizure, or?
Well, no. Listen to someone if they're telling you if someone's telling you something that emphatically.
If someone's bleeding out their nose and telling you something,
then listen
gotcha.
to them.
Gotcha.
Yes. Okay. Thank you for summing that up for me.
Yeah. If you get blinded by a Microsoft phone flash. Which is probably why it's no longer being sold.
What would I do differently? Not have a Microsoft phone.
Yeah.
Apparently the battery goes down real fast and the camera messes people up. So don't do that. And then the last thing I would do, and this is one that, unless you're really comfortable in a house, in the middle of the night, don't be walking around some strange house that you've never been to. Yeah. Especially if it's a weird situation with some weird family people.
Yeah.
Don't be walking around some random house at night, going outside.
You can't sleep. Bring a book. Look at your phone. I don't know. Do something.
Yeah.
Stay in the room.
Creepy dudes are running at you full speed and then turning, get back. Go back upstairs. Stay in the safety of the room for sure. Yeah.
All right. So awards, Nate.
Okay. So I got I'm Coming For You, Jesse award to Walter. The grandpa who lost Jesse Owens got the black body of their gardener and at night decides to run around in laps.
Right.
Like a crazy person. He was still gunning for Jesse Owens.
Look, when you get a brand new sports car, you're going to drive it around a little bit.
That's true. I agree. I got the Sherlock Homie Award in honor of Tracy Jordan on 30 Rock. To Rod for his detective work as the TSA agent, finding where he was, figuring out if things were wrong. And I have the Zune Lifetime Achievement Award to Chris's phone. Rest in peace.
Yeah. Lisa, do you have any awards you want to give out?
Yeah. Most psychotic family member, I feel like, goes to the daughter.
Okay.
And
wow, that's saying a lot. That's a packed field.
I'll tell you why.
This family.
It's a crowded field.
Yeah, it's crowded.
Because there's a couple scenes where she's acting, and it's just done so well. Like there's the scene where she's like, I can't find the keys. Oh my God, where are the keys? And then she's like, You know I could never give you
Got him.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then the scene where the roommate, or not roommate, where Rob calls her.
Oh, she's in like a straight white turtleneck
Yes.
too. Yeah.
And she's saying all this stuff like, you wanted me, and you're thinking about, and like her family is like standing right there staring at her, watching her do this.
Her face is just like totally
just
blank.
her ability to like turn it on and turn it off is like super creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good award.
Yeah, that's a good award.
Man, what award
white. I was like, I get like sort of white chicks award.
I think I'm gonna give worst auctioneer to Daddy Armitage.
Okay, Dean. Yeah,
Dean. I mean, you gotta pick up the pace. You gotta try to get that money. He's very slow motion.
It's like a silent auctioneer auction.
You gotta be. I mean, look, fast hand motions. It's all about speed. You gotta get people.
Oh, you're saying because like an auctioneer, when they talk really fast. Yes. So your hands should be really fast too. Yes. That makes man. That's flawless logic. I can't. Argue
I mean, you got to be a little.
No one can see Mitch's hand motions right now, but they are very fast.
They are very fast.
So, I'm just saying, it's understand how to sell. That's my purpose. I think he could have raised that. He could have gotten more money out of it. Is all I'm saying.
Okay. I mean, a blind guy you could just like keep putting numbers up, and hopefully the blind guy just keeps bidding. Yeah.
Wait, how did?
A guy was whispering in his ear. Yeah, there was a guy there.
Did I miss something?
Like, also,
telling the price to the blind guy.
Ballsy of them that just have his big fucking picture just sitting in the back there.
Yeah,
like if he shows up all of a sudden, that's gonna be hard.
I would say. Okay, so I have one more award. Then it is the Suckling Surgery Center Memorial Award to this surgery that happens. They don't even have the other. They have one patient. They have Stephen Root, whose brain is going to go into Chris.
Yeah.
They already chop his head off. Like they chop his scalp is gone. Top part of his skull is gone. They don't even have Chris in the same room. They have to break like the.
They haven't pulled the brain out. It's fine.
That's not how surgery. Oh, yeah. They don't even have it's not sterile. They're going in and out of the room, wheeling someone in. Their tools are in like a felt case. That's not sterile. So very suckling-esque for me. So,
well, with that, great awards all around.
Yep.
With that, we're going to go into our last segment.
Final cut.
Lisa, what do you give this movie?
I thought you were going full Grudge there for a second.
All right, no, we can't do that again. I can't. I literally can't.
It's really good. I'm in between two numbers. I'm trying to decide. I'd probably give it. An 8 out of 10.
Ooh, nice.
Pictures with your exes.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, it's good. Like, the true test of a horror movie I'm starting to find out is, can I rewatch it and not be bored?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
And this was my second time to see it, and I still liked it as much as I did the first time.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Cabin in the Woods, another recent episode.
Yeah.
That we'll be having was definitely the same thing, right?
Yeah. For sure. So no, I thought it was really well done, and hopefully Jordan Peele keeps going, because I think he could make another good one.
Yeah, he's doing TV, more movies now. A bunch of horror stuff I think is in the pipeline. So
that'll be good.
Yeah, that'll be awesome.
Yeah, Lisa, I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to give it 8 out of 10 laps in the backyard.
Nice.
Yeah, solid movie. Again, I don't know that I could watch it over and over and over again, but certainly you could watch it multiple times.
At least the second time, you're
certainly the second time,
motherfucker.
Yeah.
She was telling the cop off not because she was trying to be anti-racist and against this cop. She just wanted the cop to have no paper trail that he was around in that area. It's like, oh my God, this is awesome. Yeah. So good. Yeah.
Fantastic. Nate, what do you give?
I was thinking about giving it a 10 because I really like this movie, but I'm going to give it a 9. So 9 out of 10 sleeper holds. I liked, so the music in this movie we didn't really talk about, but the music was pretty good. You got a nice Childish Gambino song in the beginning, some creepy witch-esque strings. The kill, we didn't really go through the kills, but one kill is basically You take the head of the deer, stab it through the dad, a la witch again. So this is a lot of witch references here. Basically, almost kills a guy with a bocce ball, which is pretty spectacular. Yeah, I mean, girl gets killed. She gets shot in the gut. He stamps the brother to death. He gets stabbed in the hand by Catherine Keener, and then uses the hand with the what was it? Was it scissors or what was it in his hand?
Yeah, it was scissors.
Stabs scissors through his hand, and then uses that hand with it still stabbed through to stab her in the face. I was like, holy shit. Because in the beginning, he's like...
That was tough.
In the beginning, the brother's like, oh, you like UFC? He's like, it's too violent for me. And then as soon as he gets out of that, he's like, I am destroying everybody. So, yeah, the ending I thought was spectacular. And then when Rod showed up with his jokes, I was like, yeah, this is awesome. So, yeah, loved it. 9 out of 10.
All right, well, I think that's going to wrap it up for this week's episode. Nate, tell them where they can find us.
Yeah, so they can find us at our website, texaspodcastmassacre.com. You can tweet us all your awkward family interactions at TXPodMassacre. We're on Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, and all your other podcast platforms.
All right, well, from all of us here at Texas Podcast Massacre, thank you so much for tuning in, and just keep telling yourself, it's only a movie. Good night.